The sixth seven I would like to share with you today is from Deuteronomy, and it reads as this: Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. This is challenging to take those teaching moments with our kids, to weave God's truth into everyday life. We can be so task-driven that we lose opportunities to point them back to Jesus. Oftentimes, these opportunities show up at the least expected time when we feel least prepared. I remember we were eating dinner one night, and I had my daughter and her family over, and their church was having a baptismal service in a couple weeks. And that raised a lot of questions with my grandkids, and they were asking about baptism, and they wanted to get baptized, and that opened up the conversation of, well, you have to accept Jesus first before you get baptized. And they're like, well, how do you accept Jesus, and what's saved, and what they had so many questions. And so I kind of looked over at my daughter, and she was nodding to keep going, and I looked at my husband, and he was bowed in prayer for this moment. So right in the middle of dinner, I looked at them and I said, okay, we're doing this. So I took that time to share to them and ask questions about who's God and what is sin. And they just had all the answers instantly. The three of them were popping off the answers to my questions. And I'm like, they're ready. And so in the middle of that dinner time, we stopped our dinner time, and I was able to pray with them. And I was able to lead my three grandchildren to Jesus Christ. They were later in that next couple weeks, they did get baptized, and I was able to witness that as well. And what a missed opportunity it could have been if I would have said, well, we'll talk about that after dinner, or we'll, talk about that later. But that teaching moment was for that specific time. And I'm so thankful that my kids, one, felt like they could ask the questions, and that they knew they could ask me, and that I would take the time and help answer those questions for them. It was a blessing. It was the best dinner ever. And this Gigi's heart was so filled with the opportunity to help point my grandkids to Jesus and weave his truth of his love in their lives.